Good morning. Today is February 14th, also known as St. Valentine's Day. And on this day in the year around 270, that's 270, a Roman priest called Valentine was stoned and beheaded. About 220 years later, in 496, Pope Gelasius marked February 14th as St. Valentine's Day in dedication to this gentleman's martyrdom. For centuries, St. Valentine has been associated with romance and love and devotion, yet little is known about his life. It is not even clear whether he was one person or two. How about that? Here are 10 facts about the man who lived and created Valentine's Day. He was a 3rd century Roman clergyman, either a priest or a bishop in the 3rd century Roman Empire. And in 270, he was martyred during the general persecution of the Christians. And that's according to an article in the Nuremberg Chronicle of 1493. And he was beaten by clubs and he was finally beheaded for aiding Christians in Rome. He had the power of healing. One popular legend describes St. Valentine as a former bishop of in central Italy, and while under his house arrest by the judge Astariasus, the two men discussed their respective faith. Astariasus brought his adopted blind daughter to St. Valentine and asked him to help her see again. Valentine was praying to God, laid his hands on her eyes, and the child regained her sight. That immediately humbled the judge, and he became baptized and released all the Christian prisoners, including Valentine. And so Valentine became a patron saint of, among all other things, healing. And from your Valentine originates from a letter of his, which he wrote for the Emperor Claudius II. The emperor was said to have taken a liking to Valentine until Valentine tried to persuade him to embrace Christianity. Claudius refused him and sentenced him to death. On the day of his execution, he wrote a note to Astariasus' daughter, the child he had healed from blindness and befriended, and he signed that note, "From your Valentine." Now his skull is on display in Rome. According to the official biography of the Diocese of Terni, Valentine's body was hastily buried at a cemetery near where he was killed before his disciples retrieved his body and returned him home. As per tradition, these remains were distributed to localities around the world. His skull, adorned with flowers, is on display of the basilica, and other parts of his skeleton can be viewed in England and Scotland and France and Ireland, but not in the United States. And his blood was a gift to Pope Gregory XVI. Why guy in the world with the Pope wanted blood. But in any event, the Pope got that gift in a small vessel tinged with his blood. And the gift was taken to the Whitefriars Street Carmelite Church in Dublin, where it still remains. And he's also the patron saint of epilepsy. St. Valentine's holy duties are not limited to interceding in loving couples and marriages. He's the patron saint of beekeepers, epilepsy, plague, fainting, and traveling. And he may really have been two people. St. Valentine's identity was questioned in 496 by the Pope Gelasius I, who referred to him and his acts as being only known to God. And the Catholic Encyclopedia and other hagiographical sources describe three separate St. Valentines that appear to be in connection with February the 14th. So this guy, St. Valentine, could have been several people. Who knows? So there are actually many St. Valentines. And the name Valentinius, from the Latin word valens, meaning strong, worthy, and powerful, was popular in late antiquity. Around 11 other saints carried the name of Valentine, or a variation thereof, and they are all commemorated in the Roman Catholic Church. There was even a Pope Valentine who ruled for 2 months in 827. And the saint that we celebrate on Valentine's Day is officially known as Saint Valentine of Rome. That's in order to differentiate him from all the other Saint Valentines. And his association with love began in the Middle Ages. Saint Valentine's Saint Day has been associated with the tradition of courtly love since the Middle Ages. At the time, it was believed that birds paired in mid-February, and throughout the period, 14 February is mentioned as the day that brought lovers together, most poetically as the birds and the bees. And according to 18th century historians, Valentine's Day was most likely created to overpower the pagan holiday Lupercalius. And who knows? Some even believe that Valentine's Day was an invention by Chaucer. Now, there's no solid evidence that exists of the romantic celebrations on 14 February prior to Chaucer's Parliament of Fowls book, written in 1375. And in his poem, Chaucer linked the tradition of courtly love with the celebration of St. Valentine's feast day, when birds and humans came together to find a mate. So there you have it. The brief history of St. Valentine's Day. And it's a great day for love and friendship and forgetting about the evils of the world. So I leave you with this little synopsis of St. Valentine's Day. And I hope that I was able to do it well. Have a great day. Bye.